Dedicated, determined, dependable. This is News 10 ABC at 6.
Day 3 of cleanup in Duanesburg after a devastating tornado this weekend. People coming from all over to help residents there rebuild. Plus, Ruby Tuesday tells us exactly what caused its Niskayuna restaurant to be evacuated last night, sending 5 people to the hospital. But first, a deadly mass shooting in California after a gunman goes on a rampage in a small college town. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for being here. I'm Trishna Begum. Police say 7 people are dead, including the gunman, and 7 more injured after a man drove through a small California college town, opening fire on people in the streets. In just minutes, Friday night, witnesses say a gunman inside a black BMW opened fire in the college town of Isla Vista, near the University of California, Santa Barbara.
All of a sudden,
Well, back here at home for the 3rd straight day, cleanup continuing in Duanesburg following a devastating tornado that ripped through the area on Thursday. The National Weather Service confirming that it was an EF3 tornado at its peak. Since those chaotic moments, people from around the area and across the country doing what they can to help out. News 10 ABC's Marty Casper in the studio with us with more on our continuing coverage. Marty.
Well, Trishna, as soon as the storm broke and the skies clear, people emerged from their homes and began to assess the damage. And while that was going on, at least one man hundreds of miles away jumped in his car, his destination, Duanesburg.
The road to recovery is long. The cleanup seemingly endless. But help is coming from places you might not believe.
I just got in the car and came up.
DuFresne was born in upstate New York. He now lives in Louisville, Kentucky. Before the storm hit the area Thursday, the same weather system had moved across the Midwest and through his neighborhood.
And it was a very fast-moving storm. Certainly in my neighborhood, it knocked down some trees.
As word spread about the tornado,
I just happened to see on Facebook.
He instantly thought of his family in Duanesburg.
As soon as I saw that, I immediately knew that my Uncle Harry, who lives right here,
was in the direct path of where the tornado had been.
I'm like, that's right next to his house.
Dean jumped into action.
Yeah, just kind of drove through the night.
When he arrived, he saw the devastation.
You know, I was actually surprised to really see the damage that was up here.
He pitched in to help. Relieved to know his family had escaped unharmed following an unusual EF3 tornado in upstate New York.
They've been violent. It's not often that you see them tail up to the northeast.
Still a lot of cleanup ahead and recovery left in Schenectady County, but clearly it is great to see all the help that is flooded in. It's definitely not going unnoticed in the areas hardest hit. Live in the studio, I'm Marty Casper for News 10 ABC.
Thanks so much, Marty. The outpouring of support has been truly incredible. The Duanesburg Volunteer Ambulance Corps had their building heavily damaged by that tornado. It ripped off an entire wall of the building, scattering supplies and debris and damaging critical medical tools. The wind was so strong it was able to toss a heavy dumpster hundreds of feet away from where it originally sat. Yesterday, the Ambulance Corps held a coin drop-off to raise money for repairs.
People drove out from Albany, with jars and gobs of coins and dollar bills to help us out.
it's really nice to know somebody that cares. Even if it's a little donation, it's better than nothing. And I think that it's, important to give back.
And we are told that they raised $8,700, about 4 times as normally that they do from similar fundraisers. News 10 ABC also continuing our coverage of the home that was ripped apart by that tornado. We revisited the home on Route 20 today, and the cleanup there still continues. Last night, crews dismantled what was left of the home piece by piece. Drywall and insulation was loaded onto a truck and hauled away. You can depend on News 10 to keep you updated on any way that you can help. The tornado also causing some major damage to another Duanesburg home. This one was on Knight Road. Bella Stewart, the homeowner there, says Thursday evening the strong winds from the tornado uprooted this huge tree on her lawn. The tree came crashing down on her deck. She says that she's amazed it didn't cause more damage to the home. The winds also flipping a trailer on her property. Luckily, during the storm, she was able to make it down to the cellar with her dog.
It's a wonder we didn't lose the house. So the power was gone. I couldn't shut the big door. But I ran upstairs, got my dog, and we came back down. And it was after that the trees came down. Then we went up, and there was a tree caressing my den.
And Bella says by the end of it all, she had a few shaky nerves, understandably so, but thankful that everyone weathered the storm unharmed. Well, now we want to get over to News 10 meteorologist Andy Gregorio. Of course, he was tracking this storm from the very start. Andy, what about today? More rain on the way?
Yeah, some areas are seeing some rain, Trish. Some slow-moving showers and storms. I'll show you the radar.